Will Oregon's new law, privately pitched as a ban on private equity in medicine and legally structured as support for its already existing prohibition on the corporate practice of medicine, catch on across the country, impacting PE physicians and investors? Certainly, Oregon is a small state in terms of medical practice. But what's happened in Oregon could, and some say will, spread across the country. It poses issues for any physician desiring to sell his or her practice, whether it's a small practice or a mega sized practice. And it's a burning question for private equity and other investor owned medical groups who may be facing a world of hurt, not only in terms of having to divest ownership, but potentially to fend off securities fraud lawsuits brought by their own investors. I'll be covering this in depth on the blog at weisspc.com on Monday, but the essential point here is that Oregon's new Senate Bill 951, which was signed into law earlier this week, erects roadblocks against the two end runs around the corporate practice of medicine favored by PE, venture capital, and other investors. One, the use of MSOs not as service entities, but as vehicles to effectuate control over medical practice. And two, the use of the so-called friendly physician structure, in which a physician pseudo-shareholder is essentially a placeholder puppet for what the true economic owners, PE or other investors, can't legally own due to prohibitions on the corporate practice of medicine. Calendar Monday to visit the blog at weisspc.com for the full story and analysis.